Step forward. Step forward.
I'm here at the Ripon Library in Harrogate at the Ripon Poetry Festival. So hi everyone, I'm here talking to Adisa. So without further ado, Adisa introduce himself. So your name and where you're from, please.
So my name is Adisa. I'm from my mother. I'm living right now in London, but my parents trace it back to Montserrat, my mother, and my father, St. Vincent. So that's my background.
So you live in London?
I live in London. I live in Walthamstow in East London.
So you travelled up from London today to come to Ripon?
I came all the way from East London to Ripon last night.
Okay.
And did a show with the wonderful Kate Fox. And today I'm in the library, the Ripon Library, having a great time with young people and adults as well. Looking at the power of poetry, yes.
So Adisa the Verbaliser, what's that about?
I can explain that. So, because years ago, maybe about 10 years ago, I worked with a live band and we were trying to fuse poetry and music and we wanted to create a new genre. So rather than saying spoken word set to music, we called it verbalism. So we called the style of music and poetry verbalism. I was the front man of the band, so they called me the Verbaliser. So that's where it came from. It came from this music fusion, kind of like a trip-hop influence in jazz and trip-hop fused together, and poetry. And we weren't trying to rap, we were just kind of laying the poetry over music.
So Adisa, where does that name come
from? So it's not my birth name. My parents say from the Caribbean. Adisa is a Yoruba name from Nigeria, and Adisa literally means one who makes his or her meanings clear. It's a name I adopted when I first started writing as a working as a writer's name, and then I loved it so much I actually changed my name officially to Adisa many years ago.
Lovely. So when did you actually start writing? How long have you been in the game?
I think so. I started writing as a hobby, just for fun, about maybe 1992, let's say. But started taking it really seriously as a career from 1994. I was lucky enough to win a competition called the New Performance Poet of the Year by Apples and Snakes in London. And that gave me a real confidence boost that maybe I could do this thing called performance poetry. And from 94 I've been pushing it as a way of life.
Your top 3 tips for people beginning to write?
My top 3 tips for anyone entering the world of writing is: number 1, read as much as you can. Read a wide and various selection of writers, different cultures, different languages. Just read different styles of poetry. Don't just read the type of poetry you're writing. Read all kinds of poetry. My second top tip is to write daily, in a sense that whether it's for 5 minutes or an hour, it doesn't matter. But it's just about the ritual, the routine. There's something powerful in going back to something every single day and doing it, and knowing that you go to your desk and do 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So that's it. So schedule that in. Literally schedule it into your diary. At 6 o'clock in the morning, whatever is good for you, you write for 10 minutes every day. That routine is really important. And last but not least, share your work. Share with people. You know, get feedback from people. Get people to give you constructive feedback on your work. So that's my favorite.
Lovely. Thank you for that. And who's your inspiration?
Inspiration.
Who inspire you?
My inspiration comes from a lot of musicians. People like Bob Marley, people like Third World, James Brown, Linton Quater Johnson, going to the poets now. Benjamin Zephyr, the late great Benjamin Zephyr, great inspiration. Roger McGuff. I mean, there's many poets. I go John Agard. It's many poets.
So tell us, what have you done? Have you got any books out that we should know about, or records, or movies, or stage plays?
So I have a children's collection called Lip Popping with the Fundifu, which goes into schools quite well, and also create with this whole verbalism thing. I made an album, like an EP, about 4 tracks set to music many years ago as well, and you can kind of find that on Amazon somewhere if you look for it.
So that's where I was going to ask you next. Where can we find you, and where can we find your works or know about you?
So you can find out about me on my website, really, which is Adisa Worlds, with the S on the end, adisaworlds.com. Yeah, so if you search that adisaworld.com, you'll find a lot about what I'm doing, and I'll also have my movies up there. I create lots of YouTube movies about poetry and cycling. I'm a real crazy cyclist. I love riding my bicycle and traveling around and reading poetry in different venues. And so I go on journeys on my bike and I read poetry on my journeys as well. So you can see my videos there.
So I believe you, before we go, I believe you link your name with cycling. Tell me about that.
Yes, so I call myself the poetry peddler. Yeah, so I'm peddling poetry. I'm trying to sell poetry to the people on my bicycles. I'm a poetry peddler, selling good things. Yeah.
So your latest book, can we hold it open?
Yes.
Let us let the audience have a look at your latest book.
Yeah, copy of the food. So it's something I read in schools.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you
It's a
so
pleasure.
much for
Thanks
your time.
for the time.
No problem. Big up.
Step forward.